When's the last time you invested in yourself? When's the last time you added value to you? And I don't mean invest in yourself as in go treat yourself out to a nice dinner. I'm not saying go out and buy a new jacket. I'm not saying that type of investment. But really, truly invest in you. Add a line to your resume that somebody wants to hire you because of something you just added value to yourself. I watch this changing environment all the time. I mean, what? In the last 2.5 years, COVID hit. How many people are wearing sweats right now to work? You know what I mean. You're working from home. You're not commuting anymore. You're not traveling anymore. You are literally doing your job from home. That didn't exist on the mainstream 3 years ago. Our environment's already changing. Material prices are going through the roof. I don't know if you noticed last time, but the minimum wage is going up substantially. I can't remember the last time we had a 99-cent anything. You know, the world is changing. It's constantly evolving. What are you doing to evolve with it? Because I'm going to ask right now, if you're saying not anything lately, that means you're stagnant. And if you're stagnant while the rest of the world is growing, you're really declining. You're slowly becoming a dinosaur and becoming obsolete. And that's scary. I don't know if you're young. I don't know if you're older. I don't know if you're middle-aged like me. It doesn't matter. If the second you stop educating yourself or growing, there's going to be a real problem. I want to talk about kind of my whole experience and my whole circle throughout process. And I want to kind of share where I came from because this happens to a lot more people than I think. I'm kind of shocked every time I share my personal story. Everybody keeps coming out and saying, oh, that happened to me too. You know, I had that problem. And it's kind of surprising. So I want to share that here. And, you know, you're not the only one going through it. You're not the only one having this issue. So here's my gig. Here's my story. This is kind of this year-long transition that happened to me. Over the last, I want to say, 2 to 3 years leading up to a year ago, I was just slowly losing my drive. I slowly just didn't care anymore. When I got up in the morning, I wasn't springing out of bed. It just wasn't as fun for me anymore. It was a monotonous day-to-day grind. I came in, we did some presidential stuff, we did some sales, we looked over the books. You know, it was just the monotonous day-to-day grind. The most exciting thing at the end of the day was going home and seeing my kids, who everything was a new adventure. Everything was brand new to them. And you kind of got that pep. It was kind of fun. But the regular day-to-day grind was not fun anymore for me. And I wanted to add some pizzazz. I knew I was not losing my passion because I have a passion for education, a passion for custom manufacturing facilities. That wasn't it. It was just the drive behind the passion was getting lost. And I didn't really know what to do with it. And I started kind of poking and prodding in different areas. And I remember one time I took my fiance down to my friend's house, a longtime high school buddy, and a couple other friends were there. And I'm going to name them Bob and Dan here for the sake of the story. And I was talking to them, and I said, hey, it'd be really cool if we could, buy an apartment complex together. Would it be really neat if we, invest in some stocks together, some mutual funds? Would it be really cool if we were able to open another company or create a consulting company? And I just kept throwing these ideas out to the group as we're sitting there around the fire pit drinking beers. And they're like, oh, that'd be cool. Oh, that'd be cool. And they kept giving me one-word answers like, we're done talking about this. Let's do something else. And no matter how much I tried to steer to, financial freedom and let's make some more money in such a way that's not the 9-to-5 grind, nobody wanted to hear it. And I came to the realization that I was the smartest person in the room. And I'm not talking IQ. I'm not saying I'm the smartest person on the planet. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying in my group of friends, I was the only one that wanted to reinvest in himself. I was the only one that wanted to grow and continue to grow and move forward and, add more lines to my resume. And I realized that I had tapped out the pickle barrel that I was in, so to speak. The barrel that I was in was done. There was nothing else. I was the big fish in the small pond. And I needed to find another pond. I needed to find another place that I could excel and grow. I don't know about you guys, but making friends in the middle ages, not the easiest thing. And it really is the Middle Ages. I really feel like that is the era of hell because you're not going to go on a dating site when you're dating somebody. You go down the bar and you strike up a conversation. That's so-so, but even then, for me being in Southern California, everybody kind of looks at you weird. If you're in the Bible Belt, I'm sure you can have a great conversation with anybody because they're a lot more friendly. But it's not the easiest thing to find friends. And then it's definitely not easy to find friends that want to scale.